and then you're going to see some real life examples in the video. So those are just sort of our objectives. So somebody throw out a couple words when you think of the word depression. What's something you think of?
Suicide.
Suicide, maybe. Sadness. What else? Some other words. Corey, what's something you think of?
With depression, sad.
Okay. Else?
Lonely.
Lonely. Okay. So those are a couple things that you guys think of. We talk about two different kinds of depression in here. Depression with a small d is a feeling of sadness. All of you may have been a little bit sad this morning when you had to wake up at 5 o'clock again. That's normal. We all have bad days. We all have days where things aren't going right, where we feel just a little bit off. That's different from capital D depression. It's actually a medical illness with symptoms. So you can look at it two different ways. Everybody in here experiences little d depression. Big D depression, though, is when it moves beyond that and it becomes a problem that actually needs to be treated. So those are the two different types of depression we're going to talk about a little bit. And it's important to be able to tell the difference so you know when to get treatment. Let's say you go to the doctor. Your main symptom is having a cough. The doctor may do a couple different things. Step number one, he's probably going to ask you questions. What kind of questions might he ask? Alan, what's one?
Do you smoke?
He might ask if you smoke. Kelsey,
How long have you had?
how long have you had the cough? What other kinds of things? Kind of a gross one, but is anything coming up when you cough? What color is it when you cough? You know, is there blood involved? Okay. So he may ask you a couple different questions. Then he's going to do an exam. What kind of things is he probably going to do during the exam? Might use a stethoscope for this.
Might take your temperature.
He might take your temperature to see if you have a fever. Right now, there's a lot of cold flu going around. Now,
You listen to your lungs.
he's probably going to listen to your lungs, listen for breath sounds to see if you're breathing normally. What other kinds of things might he do? You know,
Pressure.
he might take your blood pressure. Yeah, that's normal. Take the vital signs, your heart rate, your blood pressure. He might look in your ears. He might look in your nose. He might look down your throat. So all those kinds of things are things he's going to do during the exam. And then finally, if he can't find anything during those what about if he suspects something maybe a little more severe? How can he look at your lungs and your chest in that area?
X-ray.
With an x-ray. He may send you for a chest x-ray. So there's a process a doctor goes through when they diagnose medical illness. Let's say he sends you for an x-ray. This is the picture that comes back. Anybody see anything abnormal there?
Bronchitis.
Maybe. Well, why do you suspect that? What's the reason you're saying that?
I don't know.
What are you looking at here that doesn't look normal? No.
There's a little bit of fluid.
Where do you see that?
He has no
Like
lungs.
right off the side.
Is this what you're talking about, right there? Okay. So we see something on the x-ray that doesn't look normal. Okay. So we've used a medical test to diagnose a condition. Anybody know what this actually is? Alan said bronchitis. That's a pretty good guess. This is similar to bronchitis. It's a little more severe though. Starts with a P. Pneumonia. Probably pneumonia. The person has a little bit of fluid buildup down in their lungs there. So the symptoms of pneumonia, you guys got a lot of these. There was a cough, that was the first one. Somebody said, do you have a fever? Maybe there's been a change in weight. If you're suffering from this for a while, your weight's gonna drop. You probably are fatigued, you probably don't have a lot of energy. Maybe you've been coughing up green phlegm. And then maybe there's a change in the lung sounds with the stethoscope. Because of all those symptoms, he can't solve Alan.
We're supposed to write this down.
You don't really need to write this down at this point now, because we're gonna get to something next that's more important. So there's actual symptoms of the medical condition pneumonia. Everybody agree with that? Easy for the doctor to diagnose in that case. But the same thing is true of depression, and you should actually write these down. I'll give you a handout with them too. But depression is a medical condition. Depression has symptoms. There is a test that the doctor uses to diagnose depression. So the symptoms of depression, you're sad, you're low, maybe you have an irritable mood, maybe you feel nothing. Some people that are depressed aren't necessarily sad. A lot of times in teenagers, I'll talk about this a little bit later, depression shows itself in the cases of anger. So a person who's depressed as a teenager may actually manifest that or show that out in the terms of being angry. You see decreased interest in pleasurable activities, things they used to like, they don't want to do it anymore. And again, that change in appetite or weight, that's sleeping,